We're back in the. I'm the champion. I'm the champion, bro.
Let's check it out.
I'm the champion. Yeah, this episode has nothing to do with WWE. Welcome to Game Trap. We have a boy Sucio with us. Special guest in the house. Coronavirus style. I mean,
Coronavirus shutdown episodes, baby. We're tired of being inside, baby. I miss you, mijo. We just did a special episode right now, which you're gonna see that a little later.
I had the fucking hat here. I don't know why didn't I just wear this fucking hat.
Look at you. You always say that after every fucking episode, you find a cooler hat for the fucking episode.
Well,
but anyways, thank you for having us back in Night Trap Podcast. Thank you guys for fucking tuning in.
So this is Game Trap. We're gonna be talking about some shark games for the Shark Month that we have going on. And at the end of Shark Month, we're gonna be having a man-eater giveaway extravaganza with your bitch ass motherfuckers. So, I mean, we'll fucking talk about the rules and all that shit later on. For now, just keep watching. We're gonna review a couple of shark games. Well, man-eater mainly. Man-eater mainly. But before we go into man-eater, I wanted to go and tell you about some other shark games. Honorable mentions, let's see.
Well, we don't really got that many, and I don't know how honorable they're gonna be, baby, because we're gonna start. I have one game that's not even a shark game that I want to mention, but please start.
I think they're all kind of good. I don't think they messed up too many of those games. Like, I mean, I know they're the fucking Jaws for NES. Jaws for NES. Don't fucking play that shit. It's LJN. It's probably one of the worst because Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street are at least playable and at least they are enjoyable. Jaws,
they somewhat respect the story and follow
Jaws is not enjoyable at all. So
that's terrible.
Fuck that game. There was another Jaws.
Well, let's describe the Jaws one for a little bit. So you're a tiny little monito diver, right? And you have a little spear gun. So you're basically stuck in this, I guess, like a tank looking thing, but you're supposed to be in the ocean.
You're just killing fish.
And you're just going up and down killing fish and manta rays, and then you kind of hope for a mainly Jaws to come out. And what are you collecting?
Well,
seashells.
Yeah, and then Jaws like appears when you're in the boat. Sometimes it'll attack you, and that's when you. But it's random.
It's such a random thing. That game has no sense. It's one of the old Nintendo games that has no. They don't tell you anything. They don't give you no instructions. They don't give you nothing.
That fucking game sucks.
That game gets a 1 out of fucking 10, maybe.
I didn't even want that game because I want shitty games sometimes just to have them.
Yeah.
But Jaws fucking just. But anyways, now
we get into the real mention.
So there's other ones like for the phone, the Hungry Shark Evolution and Hungry Shark World. Mm-hmm. They're both kind of the same. One of them is more cartoony, but they're made by Ubisoft, which are a pretty good game developer. Mm-hmm. Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, Rayman. So this is a pretty good one. It kind of feels like Echo the Dolphin, but you're a shark. Yeah. And you eat people, you eat fish, you keep getting bigger, stronger, sharks. And for the console versions,
you start as a little thing, then at some point you become a megalodon and you become some like prehistoric Cretaceous period fucking thing. It's a
you can put like little hats and fucking like fucking skirts and shit on the shark. But in the console versions for Switch, for Xbox, and for PS4, we're all fucking swimming. We just did a workout. But
we just built that fucking thing. We just built that thing. So this is right after that episode if you see it.
For the console ones, you have bosses and shit. So that was a pretty cool game. It's usually on sale. It's free on the phone, but it's usually on sale for Switch and shit for like $5.
It's definitely a game that forces you to watch ads, but if you just pay into it, like whatever the $2-3, you'll never have to worry about any of that shit, and you'll just play that shit for the rest. People still play that game. How old is that game? Like 4 years?
Probably more. Probably like 10 years.
People still talk about that game. People still have that game on their thing. So trust me, if your fucking nephew asks you if you got games on your phone, that's probably gonna be the safest one that you're gonna have on there.
Hungry Shark Evolution. Then.
But are you gonna talk about the one like that, right?
What? Like what?
I think Hungry Shark Evolution and the other game you're talking about, they have controls where you put the phone as the control itself, right?
Yeah.
And that's such a difficult
Well,
setting.
one is like boost and the other one is moving the shark. So.
And you know, that's the one thing I have with these two games, and I think we all have this with the fucking mobile gaming, is the control joystick situation. I found Hungry Shark Evolution to be a little bit more difficult than the second one. What was it called?
Hungry Shark World. Or
Well, Hungry
shit.
Shark.
It's like the same shit. It's just I think the sharks are more cartoony. Like
Yeah.
they have like smiles and shit.
One's more fun. One's for more kid oriented, of course. The other one is.
Well, you're eating
definitely
people and you
understand.
see the blood in the water and shit. So I don't know if it's freaking. But whatever. So, anyways, well, that one's a cool game. Another one that everybody used to love was this
Just Evolution.
It's a fucking song, dude. It's fucking man. Jaws Unleashed for
Jaws
PS2
Unleashed.
and Xbox. That is more like Maneater. I think that Maneater was trying to be that game. Of course, it's very campy. You're just a shark killing people, kind of open world. But it's a pretty cool fucking game too. You haven't played that one though. You don't need to, because you can just go straight into Maneater.
Maneater. Now, we're talking about shark games. We're going to talk about Maneater for a brief second. Now, before I get into Maneater, I really want to give out one mention, and he already mentioned it right now, Echo the Dolphin. Now, without Echo the Dolphin, we wouldn't have games like Jaws Unleashed and obviously Maneater, just because that game set a precedent for being dependent on air, trying to solve puzzles, and at the same time be in combat. You know, you have a different system every time you used echolocation. You got stronger, you got more abilities. That's the way Echo the Dolphin was, you know, up until 3 when it got all about, like, you know, the tides of time and all that crazy shit. But when you play
Echo the Dolphin for Dreamcast, dude.
for Sega, homie. I'm not even talking about Sega.
No, but the one for Dreamcast was like, that one looks like Maneater and shit.
Absolutely. So we're talking about Maneater now. And you start a Maneater, you start as a little guppy.
Well, no, first, this is a revenge story.
It is a revenge story.
So, like, your mom gets captured. Well, you start as your mom, killing everybody, like, just going ape shit.
A regular shark.
You have all the fucking, like, power-ups and shit.
Yeah.
You're just killing everybody, but then, like, they get you.
A shark hunter. So it becomes a show, and the show is called Maneater, where it's a group of shark hunters that are going around hunting the sharks in this imaginary city. That's obviously GTA based, but fucking in the ocean.
Well, they get the shark, and it's a mom.
Yeah.
She has a baby inside, and the baby bites the shit out.
Yeah.
And that's who you are.
That's who you are.
So you're like really small.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, you start really small and in the swamp. So kind of at the beginning, it's a little shitty because in the swamp you can't see much. Like it's not really like that opened up yet.
Yeah.
And the waters are like muddy. So it's not as clear.
Waters are muddy. Everybody's at least fucking 2 levels higher than you. You're constantly running
You're
back.
getting your fucking shit.
You're constantly running back to the grotto, which is beautiful. Now, we're going to talk about the graphics right now, but as you start getting through the game and you finally start, learning things, and the leveling up gets very easy if you follow the gameplay. Now, don't fuck up like me, where I started exploring and ended up in the fucking ocean, and I was like level 16, and I still hadn't unlocked anything in the first level. So trust me, finish the first level map, finish all that shit, then start exploring. But yeah, as you start getting more and more, you start attacking more hunters, you start getting more revenge, you start eating people, you start eating other sharks, you start fighting, you start getting more level up, you start getting crazier and crazier and crazier. The game does ramp up very quickly. And once you get past, 2 hours, 3 hours maybe?
Well, and then there's bosses and shit.
There's bosses.
You have to. The camera kind of sucks sometimes too. When you're doing like sharp turns and shit,
Yeah,
like
you
the camera.
constantly have to be adjusting the R3. You constantly have to be pressing that button, the camera fix.
All right, we're back. My fucking camera phone died. But we were saying about the camera angles, how like you need to be.
You see, the camera wanted to stick up for its homies, so it fucking said, "No, you can't."
Don't talk shit about
my,
cameras, bro.
My brethren, dog.
Well, the camera sucks. And then
Anyways, I'm sorry I'm yelling. I got the mask on. I feel like you can't hear me. But so the fights get really intense when you're younger, and then when you start getting older, you start getting attacked by packs of creatures, packs of sharks. I think I only played maybe like 25 hours of it, and it said I was about 40 to 50%. Now, I know that they were hinting towards deep sea creatures. I know there was orcas, and I know there's shit that eats orcas. I know there's a Cthulhu monster down there because they hinted to it. I know that there's a giant kraken that they're hinted to. I know that there's other stuff, so I can't imagine because there was all these evolutions that I hadn't unlocked yet in the tree. I mean, I'm only 20 hours in. So there's all these other evolutions and sets of things that I still haven't unlocked. So I can't imagine how intense those fights are going to be, because you could see that the creatures getting crazier and crazier and crazier, where you're tearing boats in half with one fucking hit. You're swallowing people whole. It's fucking intense. Like you become a man. You're
becoming Jaws.
I mean, the crazy part is when you're walking on land. And he has little fins and shit, and you're just like, ugh, like that's horrifying. If this fucking Jaws came out of the ground, started just eating people with his little fucking
like
baby hand, I wouldn't even believe it. You know, yeah, like a tremor. And not the good tremor, the Tremors 3 when they have little legs and shoot fire.
That's fucking, like, this game is pretty cool. I think it is like GTA, but like shark, you're a shark instead of, instead of being Franklin or whatever.
But the true charm of the game, and we can't, get past it. The announcer, Chris Parnell, who was an SNL alumni.
Well, he's the one that did all the voiceovers and shit, like in Lonely Island. I think in Like a Boss, he's the one that narrates and shit.
He has that perfect little wit and kind of like, silly brevity.
Hey guys, like he has that voice. It's what can't even do it, but
and you can't even believe
he's like that announcer. Yeah, like that announcer voice.
I can't do it because it's him to himself. It really sets the atmosphere to the game. Because at the same time where it's, a horrible game where you're fucking hunting people down that killed your mother, at the same time it's ridiculous, it's funny, there's so many jokes. I mean, just like GTA.
This is kind of like destroy all humans, but with a shark instead of an alien. So, I mean, the alien kind of is like overpowered and just killing everybody, but, which, this month, the remaster's coming out. But it's a fucking cool ass game, and it really does remind me of Jaws Unleashed, a little bit crazier, I guess, because you get more. And this is an indie game, dude, and it's only $40, $39.99, and just like I don't know, this is a cheap game. I mean, yeah, it's not 100 hours long, but I think you're gonna get your money's worth.
The replay value's there. I mean, like I said, I only was playing 20 hours. I had barely cleared the second level, and I was just about to hit into the sea areas. And you could tell because, like I said, I explored and I went ways I shouldn't have. And I actually found myself to be in these giant areas where I was absolutely prey. I became the prey. I couldn't fucking get out of that shit. It was intense. I had to go back, and then I realized, okay, damn, there's so much more to this game, because once you unlock one thing, let's say, just an example. You kill all the fish in one area, so you summon the apex predator who's like the boss, right? You summon the apex predator and he's gonna challenge you for the territory. So you fight this fucking badass creature, whatever, it's a barracuda, another shark, whatever it is, a fucking octopus. You fight him and then you take that power, and then that power unlocks something else. So you're gonna go all the way back to the swamp just to unlock all the shit you couldn't, get all the jumps you couldn't, you get all the Easter eggs you can't, because there's so many Easter eggs. There's Mafia Easter eggs, Simpsons Easter eggs, GTA Easter eggs.
You think we're gonna get laser beams on top of our freaking head?
Motherfucker, we better if we're fucking supervillains. Shit.
I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
All I want is laser beams on the top.
He got me laser beam sharks.
So, I mean, I think this game is batshit crazy. Or Bad Shark crazy.
Bad Shark crazy, boy.
But it's a cool ass game. So cool that we're giving away a copy. A copy of it, either PlayStation 4, PC, or Xbox One.
We're gonna get you a code.
And you tell us which one do you want, because we're not gonna have like, oh, you win, but too bad.
Yeah.
You get something for a console you don't have.
Dreamcast. You're gonna get the Dreamcast Man-Eater fucking
made by us.
beta.
Made by us. It's a fucking CDR. But we're giving it away, so just stay tuned for rules and shit. We're gonna do it at the end of this month, and then we can fucking. But remember, fucking subscribe, dude. Like, share, do all that shit. But before we go, I want to rate this fucking game, because I mean, we both played this game, Pretty cool game. I think it did. This is what inspired us to do the Shark Month.
Yeah.
And we still have a couple more shark things to talk about.
A little bit.
But with that said, though, I'm gonna give this game. I'm gonna give it. I haven't finished it either.
Be real though.
Yeah, I haven't finished it. I'm gonna give it an 8.5, which I think is pretty good, especially for a $40 game.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Probably would bump up to a 9 because it's $40. It's $40. So 9 out of 10. Pretty cool fucking game. Looks fucking amazing. The fucking wherever you are, whenever you start out at the swamp, but like you start getting out there, it looks beautiful. The water looks fucking top notch. It does remind you of Jaws. They all have those little sailboats like in fucking Jaws.
Little flamingo, yeah, all that shit. Little flamingo boats. So much, so many details.
And then you like jump and fucking on top of the boats and just fucking like kill them and shit, eat them. So yeah, I think 9 out of 10, just because it's cheap, it's easy to play. It has.
Wait, you went up? You went up one?
Yeah, because it's $40.
Okay, all right.
So the thing is, the only thing that I hate is the camera angle sometimes kind of sucks balls.
Yeah.
And the controls can get a little crazy when you're like all in between shit.
Yeah.
You can get a little fucking messy. But I mean, you power through it. Once you power through that first like hour or so,
I think so.
You're
it's like maybe the first 2-3 hours where you're just dicking around.
You're a little baby.
Yeah, you're just
getting
fucking
killed
around
by
with
everybody,
it.
by turtles and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, 9 out of 10. What do you give it, bro?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna give it an 8. The only reason I'm gonna give it an 8, and this is not like this is kind of a reluctant 8. It's a beautiful game, absolutely. When you get into like the trash island area and you start seeing like gross debris floating around, it's still actually kind of pretty. There's certain times when the sun comes up or when the sun goes down and you catch the city lighting up, and I'm like, wow, they put so much detail into everything. The jokes, the jokes, the system itself, the idea. I thought it took everything that had come before it and said, okay, we're gonna fucking do it. GTA Shark with a bunch of fucking jokes, and we're gonna make it as gory and as bloody and as crazy as possible. Now,
well, the bodies kind of explode. In Jaws Unleashed, they used to be like little parts. Like
they come out, yeah.
Shit. This one, they just like.
Yeah, they become little chunks, and I was like, I would like to see an arm floating. Yeah, something weird like that. But they do have really interesting cutscenes. They follow a good story, though. Okay, these are the two things that I have against it. A is the controls are gonna get very weird, especially in the beginning, because there's a huge learning curve. Once you get past that learning curve and you kind of accept that you can't do shit until you level up and you grind out levels. That's my number 2. You still have to grind out shit. You have to grind out killing 10 fish or 10 fucking whatever the fuck it is. You're constantly grinding out shit, but you are rewarded with interesting boss fights. You are rewarded with really funny moments. It's this really thing where it's like, it goes back where it wins you over, and then it kind of like drags you down. It wins you over, it drags you down. I'm only like 25 hours into it. I know it has a lot more potential. I know it's getting to a place where I'm going to start like swimming all fast and doing all sorts of crazy shit where the end game, the replay value, hey, book crack, woo, baby. So yeah, I'm going to give it an 8, as respectful of an 8 as possible, because I want to know if it has replay value. Obviously, it has so many little hidden jokes. It's going to be kind of short if you're one of those people like me that likes to do everything. It's the Arkham Knight of fucking shark games.
But for $40, you can't go wrong.
I'm going to give it a respectful 8. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I think it's a really great game. Maybe a little too short, maybe too much fucking learning curve, and the fucking controls are a little bit too difficult, grindy.
It's the best shark game we have.
It is the best shark game we have right now, and that's not a lie. That is not a lie. Look at them shinies, boy.
So
is that holographics?
Yes, it is.
Oh wow.
So with that said, we're gonna go away for now. We're gonna go rest because we're tired. But thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like at Nitro Podcast on Facebook. Remember to fucking go and follow us on Instagram at Nitro Podcast. We're gonna start a Patreon soon.
Yeah, we got a bunch of interesting.
Where you're gonna get some stickers, some keychains, some hats. Hopefully,
we're waiting for the homies with the hats. So we're not really trying to announce them until we got it in the system. But yeah, Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's been a lot of things where like YouTube keeps going up and down. We've been watching old episodes where it's like old episodes all of a sudden got 100 views out of nowhere. So I don't know who's watching, but thank you guys. I really do appreciate it because we think that an episode kind of tanked and then all of a sudden we come back and there's like 100 views on it. It's really strange. Appreciate whoever that is. I thank you guys so much for watching.
Remember, El Paso Proud bitches. We're here for you guys, and contact us if you want to be part of the show. You want to promote something, get in touch with us, and we'll have you here. But with that said, thank you guys for joining us. What else do you have to say? You look like
I was just gonna say, look, I had a big year plan when it came to the show. I sit here and I tell this man, you know, we try to come up with stuff. We're coming up with the month. We're coming up with ideas, and it really kind of hurts me now because I'm getting calls from out of town. I'm getting calls from people who I had scheduled who obviously we're not gonna fucking have on. But this year was gonna be really, really great, and I feel like the episodes that we're doing now are actually letting us refine for those really big episodes, because I feel like all that shit is just put on the back burner, but it's still there. So I'm still looking forward to a lot of stuff. I'm still looking forward to a lot of interviews. We want to put out people from El Paso. We want to put out people doing it big. We still got plans. We still got some episodes coming up. We're just waiting for the proper time to do them. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for fucking looking out for each other. Make sure you fucking wear a mask. We want Halloween to happen. Keep this fucking numbers down, baby.
Stay tuned for the giveaway.
Yeah.
Later, bitches.
Night Trap Podcast. Stay sweet, don't change. Have a great summer. Keep in touch.
Whoop.